Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on in the PM store. How are we doing this morning, gentlemen? We all good?
Fine, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. See that, we queued it up properly today.
It was queued up today. Very good. So first of all, weather report. Looks nice and sunny there, Matt. I can see a cube of light behind you through the front door.
It is. It's streaming through the slit in the blind. It is actually
Yes.
very nice.
Very nice, definitely. I must admit, summer is here. Things are warming up. And it's been raining, so typical British summer, really.
Yeah, too hot yesterday.
It'll be over by weekend.
Yeah, this heat wave we've all got at the moment, well, you guys have, it's cooler, a lot cooler down here, but yes, very good.
Come to the sunny north.
We had a nice thunderstorm last night that cooled it all down for evening time, but yeah.
Well, apparently we had a massive one on, must have been Sunday night here, was it Monday night, one or the other. So my mum phoned me up and said, cool, did you hear the storm? Bearing in mind, my mum's about sort of 3 miles that way. And I was like, no. What time was that? She goes, oh, about midnight. And I'm thinking, well, I went to bed at 11, so I didn't hear a thing. Slept through the lot. She said, oh, no, it had me up. No, I sleep like an 18-year-old. Out of it completely. So anyway, what's new? What's been going on this week then, gentlemen?
Quite a bit, actually. It's, say we're only on Wednesday. There is quite a bit happening this week in the world of PM.
Mm-hmm.
There are new stuff coming in.
Yes.
We've got new stuff in, obviously, new arrivals, which is on the other page, because we're on the specials.
Sorry, let me go over to that then. I peaked.
Yeah, they peaked too soon.
There we go.
So we've got a little bit of Airfix.
Yeah, we spoke about these last week. So the Airfix new Saber's in with a different wing.
Yeah, the different wing one. So any of our Flory family doing the Scandinavian,
Yeah, perfect for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Norwegian one, haven't we? So so that one's in, and that's the thing of the Welsh we've got back in. Oh, the new version of a Mustang.
Yeah,
Like the
another version of a Mustang.
I like the markings on that.
Yes. Makes you wonder how many different versions we're going to be getting out of the Mustang. We seem to be cranking out a lot of versions of that one. But as I say, take your options. Nice box art with the 262 crashing, which was obviously quite apt, didn't it? They used to shoot them down whilst they were landing. They were pretty much sitting ducks then.
Yeah.
So, very good done by that one. It looks like nice box art on the other version of it as well. So, some very nice ones down there.
Welsh we got, this is it. Some nice box art actually this week.
Yeah.
The Sabre, I don't think that's bad.
Yeah.
That box art there, go to the Edard Hellcat.
Yes.
Now that's a box art.
That is proper nice box art, yeah. Very nice.
That's
Again, what I like about that one as well is the box art's got like proper, or the artwork showing proper weathering.
Yeah.
So, you've got that effect down the side because obviously instead of it being butted together, the panels, they actually overlap on the Hellcat. So that's why it's showing those lines down vertically, because I had a lot of that which caught up from the exhaust coming down the back. But yeah, generally very, very nice, and the sort of the fire effects as well with the zero down there. I think that is.
Yeah, so is that you built that one, didn't you? That's the one.
I did a different version of. Yeah.
But you built that kit. It's a good little kit, isn't it? And
it's a beautiful kit. Yeah, I've got that.
And then the two IBG new 190s as well.
Very nice.
Which again, that's quite a nice box art as well. They're getting their box art game together, aren't they? IBG. So, I mean, you've done a review on one of the versions anyway, so they don't be a lot, but they're really nice kits, really detailed for the scale.
Yes. Yeah, I must admit, as you say, we often talk about sort of, detailing and the fine riveting.
Yeah.
And we've got various companies we put them up against, but they are absolutely on par with it as well. Beautifully, very, very nicely done. And as I say, it's quite a small kit being 72nd, but it's got all the detail you'd find on any other scale. Yeah. So it's nice to see IBG have gone along. And again, for 21 quid, I think that's too bad at all. It's a really nice kit.
So, and the
other one.
There's the other version.
As well, with the long nose 190s.
Yeah, and then that Academy, whatever the UAV in it.
Yes.
That's not a new kit, obviously, but it's new to us.
Yeah.
And I've seen it in, so I thought we'll get one in. Not too bad actually for 35th scale. It's a tiny box. I was expecting something bigger.
Well, as I say, there's not a lot to them, is it? So that's the thing with all the drones and things. And again, the Shadow's quite small. It's not big like a Reaper or something else like that. So, but very, very nice indeed. Something a little bit different.
UAVs are quite the thing at the moment, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
And was it DJI Phantoms being fitted with stuff as well? It's, there's a lot of those going around in certain parts of the world at the moment. Fit a mortar on the bottom of it and off you go, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so some really nice stuff down in there. As you say, we have got various things due in.
I was about to say, keep an eye on that page, because that's going to be changing, if not today, definitely tomorrow, depending on when Andy gets around to doing it. Because we've got a delivery coming literally probably while we're doing this show, of, as we're a bit retro at the minute, as PM and Flory's gone retro, it's the Arc Models kits that we've stocked in before, which are the old frog kits. So we've got a lot of them coming in, and they will be doing. So we're just going to stick them in because they ain't got their own section. So we're just going to put them in new arrivals and grab them.
Yeah, forget all these newfangled kits, all this CAD design and stuff.
Yeah.
We've all gone old school now. We've gone back to doing the old 80s classics.
I've had a problem with CAD design, I have to say.
Right.
And for all its newfangled goodness, tolerances.
Yes.
Can I just say, when he says we, it means them.
No, you're doing it as well. It might take you a while, Andy, we know, but we've got some nice kits in here for you. You'll be fine. We'll find something really. Oh, look, it's got wheels now,
and it's got a glass coat ready for decking.
Look, crikey! It's like the slowest build in the world. It makes everyone at home feel so much better that actually they're not that slow, because Andy's taken now 4 months.
When was Easter?
Exactly.
And you started it before. So but no, obviously, we're doing very much retro things at the moment, and looking forward to doing those ones. But as you say, so that's what we're saying. All these new kits is absolutely lovely and all the rest of it. But as you say, got your stash as well. People build your stash in these harder times, definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. So if you want to go over to special offers,
just remember where to come for your consumables.
Yes, because we've got lots of them.
So yeah, we're changing them out Friday. We have got these up, and I think what we're going to do is run them fortnightly. So these will stay up till next Friday, and then they'll get swapped out for some other stuff. So if there's anything you would like, go in and grab them. And then we've also as well had a delivery of some more damaged Tamiya boxes, which will be up in there as well, if not today, by the time this show goes up, which they will probably be up, won't they, Andy?
Oh, I'll get them up today, yeah, definitely.
They'll be up today. So by the time the show goes out, there will be some more stuff, and there's actually some really nice stuff that's coming. So the usual thing with the Tamiya stuff, most of it's hardly damaged, shall we say. A few little dings in corners or a bit of a dented top or something. It's not like they're completely trashed, and if it was trashed, then we take photos of to show how bad it is, but to be honest, they're not bad at all. So yes. No. That's nice. We won't have them for ages.
No.
Ages and ages it's been since we seem to have any damaged boxes in.
When we say slightly damaged, we do mean slightly damaged.
Well, sometimes, we've had them here and I've shown them, haven't I, is that it has a crease on the underside of the box.
Yeah.
Which to me isn't even damaged, but hey, we'll take it. We're not talking flat pack boxes or anything. It's literally got dinted corners and stuff like that. But if there is anything a bit more heavy, as I say, we'll take some proper photos of the damaged area. But it won't be content. It's always only box anyway.
Yeah.
But yes. So anyway, keep an eye out on the specials page, because they will appear in here as well. So obviously some of these, and it does say down in here, like slightly damaged box or, damaged box, whatever.
Yeah.
And then again, with some of them, I don't think any of these have really got damaged boxes anyway to show, have they?
No, like the CH47, that's a review sample.
That's a review. So I did that as a review. So the bags may be opened, or if not, they have been resealed, but I have had it out. So it's got my DNA on it, just saying.
There you go. Look, there's enough Jag though, look.
Yes. Jags.
2 Jags, look.
Starting this tomorrow, just saying. Be alright. Looking forward to it. In my wraparound camo, it'll be fine.
It will be. You'll love it.
It's alright.
Get the tackworms on it.
Yes, probably will for that one. It'll probably be a tackworm job.
Yeah.
Some really nice bits and pieces going on in there as well. Big news, obviously, this week, but chances are it probably won't be up till next week, is obviously the new range of AK 3G, or is it G3? Can't remember. What is it?
3G.
Third gen.
3rd gen, that's the one. Acrylics will be in, but as we know, you can do them with lacquers, and it's, I'll tell you what, if you've never used them, get them, because they are mega with lacquer paints, which I know is defeating the object completely, because why would you buy an acrylic paint to do with lacquers? But I tell you what, you can go down to almost nothing, you know, and it's beautiful. Works really, really well.
And from my point of view, that's now gone back to acrylics.
Yes.
I'm pretty much a convert now because of the lack of smell as well is nice. Obviously, you still need to put a respirator on, but obviously when you're cleaning up and stuff,
Yes.
And the thinners, again, as we've figured out, is alcohol based. Would we say?
Yeah, it is, because again, this is for people who, you know, if you heard this before, sorry, but we did a lot of testing, me and Matt, a couple of weeks ago, purely because we weren't having the results we thought we wanted. Let's simply say it like that. So again, it's one of those things that we've often said. Sometimes it's ignorance. You know, you just don't know how to use the product, and you don't, you know, various things. So I had a go with it, and to be honest, it put down good colour, but I had trouble doing tight line work. So at this point, it was like, yeah, no, it's great, it's fine, but it's not a lacquer. You know, it doesn't work anything near one, and you know, being a little bit dismissive of it. But then after I had finished spraying, as normal with me, I forgot to clean out my airbrush. So the quickest way to clean out your airbrush the next day is to put a little bit of lacquer thinners in it, mix it. So I did it, and as I was blowing it out, I just thought, I know, and tried it, and it went beautiful, mega. So then after that, last week we did a load of testing, or the week before, wasn't it, Matt, with alcohols as well. And we used different thinners, different things, and we found out that basically like X20A or an alcohol-based thinners, brilliant as well, works really, really well. So if you want to thin them with that, so the great thing about that paint is you can use it for hand painting, and it covers beautifully. It's mega. You can go along and use it as a true acrylic if you wanted to. So you can go in there with things like Vallejo airbrush thinners and stuff.
Yeah.
It works no problem with that. And then obviously if you want to step up into the sort of the next realm, you can use it with alcohol-based thinners like X20A and things like that. You can use it with lacquers. They do their own as well.
Their own Gen 3 is alcohol. Smells, you know, it smells very much like X20A, so it must be an alcohol-based. But it's not as far as I know, it's not a synthetic hybrid like, you know, Tamiya XS range, because there's no smell to it at all. Like I say, I've used it on a wet palette because I think I've done it on a video with brush painting, which you can't really do with XFs. You can a bit. It's not as good. I don't know. It's I don't know. Unicorn paint to me.
Did you say that the paint itself's got the flame logo on it?
No.
I know the thinners has, hasn't it?
The thinners have. I don't think the paint has.
Oh right. Okay. Hold on. Let me check. Get a hand.
It might have. I don't know. I've not really looked over. I've got some here. I don't think it has.
No, it hasn't. But we know the thinners has.
No, it just says brand new formula. So whatever they've done it right, because I'm a big fan of it. And say the build I'm doing at the minute of the Land Rover, I've used it on that and painted it and sprayed it, and I've had no issues. And the issues I was having was my own fault.
Yeah. As I say, quick tip for you if you are going to use it, and it's the issue I had with it, is do not mix it in the colour cup. Because this stuff is so thick, what happens is, even if you put your thinners in the colour cup first, you put this in, this sinks like a brick. It goes straight down to the needle, into your nozzle, before you've even mixed it. So then when you mix it up, you've got a clump of it in your nozzle, which is then being thinned as it comes through. And again, I know I'm the worst one for it. Do as I say, not as I do. But honestly, it is an absolute game changer. Mix it outside the colour cup, get it thoroughly worked together, then pour it in your colour cup, and also keep mixing it in your colour cup as well, because it does tend to separate. So, you know, every now and again, if you're a long-term sprayer and you're doing it over the course of like, you know, an hour, every sort of, you know, 5 minutes, just give it a mix up again, because otherwise it does tend to separate. So
it's good stuff, and also it coincides well with the real colours, as in the colours are a pretty good exact match.
Yeah, they're almost the perfect match for each other. So
if you need touch-ups or whatever, and you know, it's really good for that. So I mean, we'll be doing a lot more with them anyway now they're in, won't we? So
yeah, definitely.
A lot more demos, and I mean, my builds, I'll be using them anyway when I do my video builds. So yeah, watch this space. Actually, I'll tell you something else as well. I discovered the primers. Now we do sell the Gen 3 primers, and I actually thin the Gen 3 primer with a Gen 3 thinner. Great. I know it's a polyurethane and we're not massive fans of it, because you do have to give it the allocated time to dry. But obviously we've had trouble with Vallejo in the past, haven't we, where it's peeled. And it does take a good few days. 24 hours with the AK stuff, and you can flat it and sand it, and it don't peel.
No.
But again, there is that, because of the polyurethane in it, you've got to give it that time to go off. You can't go in it like you can with a surface of primers, and it's like dry within seconds, and you can flat it. There is, you know, a time limit to it. But again, if you can't use lacquers for whatever reason, it's a good alternative. It's got good coverage and obviously good filling capabilities as well. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Good stuff. But anyway, that should it should be in next week. It'll be up on the site. Andy's already got it sort of ready to go.
Yeah.
Thanks to Stefan as well. Cheers, Stefan. He's done half thumbnails for us, so they're all set, ready to go. So as soon as it's in and it's in stock and everything, it'll be up live and you can fill your boots. But we will do loads more demos and testings and various things, and you'll see it in the builds as well. Yeah. But I gotta say, it was one of those ones to start with. I was very much, I'm, you know, not fussed. It's, you know, I've got better options. But actually, when you learn to use it and you just get your head around it a little bit, it's really good stuff. So well done, AK, on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Looking forward to having it. Go on, carry on.
Should we have a look at the pre-orders?
Yes, there is a few new pre-orders up as well, isn't there, Andy?
There is.
Sorry, wrong one. Here we go. So we've got Flying Bomb.
Yeah, the V1 interior one, 1/35th scale.
Yeah.
Looks interesting with the dolly.
Yes. But again, it's one of those ones where sometimes I think, why, if I'm honest?
Yeah.
But I suppose from a mechanical point of view, or from an engineering point of view, at least you've got the interior to show. Do we assume then these panels are removable as shown, or is it not?
When you actually read the gump at the bottom, it's hard to read, but it does say includes clear parts. My worry is that it's actually a clear.
Yeah, and you've got to mask it.
Yeah, and I'd rather it be cut away.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it obvious. And you see something really, something more information.
Needs a mask.
And that's always the trouble, because I've had people say to me as well that obviously, well, if it's clear, you could just cut it. But the trouble is, clear plastic is a lot harder normally than normal styrene.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to cut it cleanly, it's not easy, because I've got a scroll saw and I put like a very fine blade, not enough to melt its way through, but it's quite fine. But you still, it fractures, it cracks. I'd rather it was just left as plastic and you could cut away. We know Attack'em it maybe gives you both options, because we've seen it with stuff before with theirs. Because I'm pretty sure one of their armor ones, I had the option. It comes with like 2 turrets, solid, or it had the clear one, so you could make your mind up. But yes, something a little bit different, definitely.
Yeah,
especially if you were, you like to show you the mechanics off of it as well.
Yeah. Because it's 2 flavours, isn't there? Where's the other one?
There is another Attack'em.
No, that's AFV.
Next row down, Phil.
Flying Bomb with launcher.
Now this thing is about 1 metre long. So
I was going to say, it'll be funny. We reviewed the
somebody
else's, wasn't it? The little tiny one, wasn't it? That was this big.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so you get the set. You get obviously the V1 with it. And the launch wrap, you don't get the figures, but you get. Yeah.
Wow.
I was saying that Matt should build one of these as a diorama.
I think so. You could have it as put a little. Get one of those you used to make as a kid, the little matchbox rockets. And you get a load of match heads, put them in foil, and then light them, and then that's what you need to do.
Yeah, but that's something very different.
Very good. Because isn't it at Duxford, they've got the part of the launcher with the V1, haven't they? If I remember rightly, was it Duxford we saw it?
I can remember seeing it somewhere, but I can't think where it was.
So if you need reference photos, check Duxford's website out, because I think they've got an actual launcher, part of it, with a V1 sound. Not the whole thing, but it's definitely got the actual catapult system and the starter, I think, there. So,
yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway,
it's a big thing.
And we've also got the 432s up, because they've been reissued. So you've built one, didn't you, in the past?
Yes. Have you got the one I did here?
Yes.
Yeah, we've got both versions. We've got the Bulldog and that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Very nice. So that's the one I did.
Yeah.
That's got interior as well, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, I've got full interior.
Yeah.
You don't get the engine, but you do get the rest of it full interior.
Yeah.
So, but no, beautiful kit, really nice. And to be honest, it was been asked about a lot, hasn't it? But we just, for some reason, it just disappeared for a couple of years.
I think Tackham in general just
it is actually a limited order. So
yes,
if you do want one, it won't be staying around long. We've also got in there the Eddard Salt with Camel comic.
Hold on, let me just find that one. We can show the boys and girls it. Where is it? Here it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Because you did the Berlin one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, to match your chieftain.
Yeah, it goes with the chieftain. But yeah, really, really nice kit, I have to say. But you can see the interior there. It's actually really nice.
I have to vouch for Tackham, actually. Having to build that little Panzer one, how nice it was to build.
Yeah.
They are a pleasure to build, and, I'll definitely tackle some more Tackham at some point in the future, because they're well engineered, they get together, and they're not, I know the interior ones because they're really thinking, but if you stay away from the interior ones where there's a lot of parts, the actual non-interior ones are very, because they did the Blitz ones as well now, so that's probably, I wouldn't mind having a crack at one of those. Yes. Which is less parts and obviously quicker build. And but yeah, the engineering and stuff brilliant coming.
Yeah,
very nice. Sorry, Andy, what was the other one?
Next row down, the Eddard Salt with Camel.
All right, so the comic one.
It's called comic, but the comic one was actually apparently a night fighter.
Oh right.
Nothing to do with comics. It's it was a night fighter variant of the Salt with Camel.
Do you get the decals for the body, the wings?
So wouldn't you? I don't know.
I think you should paint it.
Mind you, it's not bad to mask it. It's only straight lines.
So why is it called a comic then?
Yeah,
that's what I've. Yeah.
Just a variant of it.
Well, and why would you want to go up in night time in one of them? It'd be bad enough in the daytime. Bloody hell, to go up at night would be absolutely terrifying. You've got no radar. You can't see anything.
No lights.
How the hell do they navigate in the dark?
You're telling me they didn't have radar in 1914?
You know what I'm getting at, though. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, if it's a cloudy night, it's not like you can go off the stars and the bloody moon, is it?
No.
Order's going to come. But I tell you, brave chaps.
Yeah. Oh God, I must admit. Yeah. What they called the 15 minutes.
I can't work out which.
Was it the 20 minutes they called them?
Yeah.
That's your average life expectancy.
You'd be watching Blackadder, ain't you?
This is it.
Yeah, no.
Treat your kite like you treat your women. No, we won't do that joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, very nice indeed.
And we've also got the Eddard Spitfire story.
Out. Another one.
No, what? Don't be so cynical.
I love the way, obviously you'd like to get mileage out of your kits, let's face it. But this story is like War and Peace now.
There was a lot to tell.
It's like...
It's a long story.
Yeah, it's a long story. Well, I suppose it is with all the different versions, isn't it?
I could say what mark they're on now.
That's 5, isn't it? I've written 9.
I don't know which one that is.
But it's got cancer.
Let's face it, isn't it? They go up to Mark 24, isn't it? Was it 24 was the last one? So
only
there's
on
quite a few
5.
to go through.
They've got a bet to go for it only on a Mark 5.
I say that was a Mark 9, but looking at it, well, could be wrong. Probably am.
Don't know, pass.
But so you get the one with D-Day markers, obviously, and there's the one at the back. Australian, is it? I can't see on that little picture.
Yeah, it's Pacific Theatre one, isn't it? Because it's got the blue.
Let's be honest, they're for the collector, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've started off with the original, the Spitfire story, I've got the poster up there of the few, and you're going through, you it's going to be one of them. You don't want to miss one, do you? Because obviously it will ruin your collection if that.
But also, let's face it, that Spitfire is probably the best in scale.
Oh God, yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Oh yeah,
the Eddard Spitfires are sort of legendary. They're gorgeous detail. They, as I say, so in some ways you can't blame them for cashing in on it because it is what it is, and everyone loves a Spitfire. Let's face it. So
yeah,
good job. Any more you want to point out? Are we good?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, obviously we've got lots of.
There's loads of pre-orders
still open, and there's some that are closed that we're waiting for to come in. So
yeah.
As I say, as soon as we get information on them, usual thing, don't forget. Obviously, members only can do this one, so you put your name down in there, and then once it comes into stock, Andy will be in touch, and he'll send you an invoice over. You only pay when we got the stock in, so again, sometimes, as I said, with COVID, we've got delayed a year to get stuff in, but obviously you will be invoiced, you make the payment, and then we send you out the kit. If you do need to cancel for any reason whatsoever, please do it before the pre-order gets closed. We normally close the pre-order as we know they're due in within days. But as I say, there's nothing worse obviously for us because we order in the allocation for them, and then obviously if we get a few of you drop out, we're then left with the kits. So it's not fair on us. So if you could actually make sure we know, then we won't order them in.
Yep.
So yes. The last one we had in was the Tamiya Renault racing car. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Was it? Formula One car, which obviously has gone out to everyone that's paid, and yeah.
Yep.
Very nice. Indeed. Right. Okay. So should we go to questions?
Yes.
Questions is first one up from David. He says, "Hi guys, what is the best 72nd or 48 scale P61 Black Widow kit?"
Well, we had a bit of a discussion on this, haven't we?
We did, yes. We all threw in our pennies worth.
So if you're going retro,
yes.
I wouldn't say they were the best though. But if you're going retro, you've obviously got the old Airfix one.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You've got the Monogram.
1974.
1974 48th one, which actually was the kit.
The kit, yeah, it was the definitive one, wasn't it?
And then jumping forward a couple of decades, 48th one, Great Wall Hobbies, is fantastic kit. Is a really, really nice kit. If you can't get that one, then Hobby Boss do 3 versions of the 48th one.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to 72nd, there's a Hobby Boss do all 3 versions of it in 72nd as well. And Dragon did one back in the 90s. So really, if you want a modern one, Hobby Boss ones are the easier ones to get. Yeah. As in, 72nd, 48th, and 48th is Great Wall Hobbies. As in, that is really, really nice kit.
I think so I was about to say you need to check your references over, because I think some of them have or haven't got the turret on top, where they should or shouldn't have it. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
The boxings when they've done them.
Yeah.
And we know.
Also, there was a version of it when I did the review. He sits about 12 feet from his rudder pedals.
Yeah.
And I was saying, I didn't realise people's legs were that long. Because there's no way his feet would reach the rudder pedals.
I think that was the Hobby Boss 32nd one.
I think it may have been. I don't know. When I did the review, you look at it and it's like the seat's here and the pedals are over here. And you're like, how does he reach that? Has he got stilts on or something?
I think we were saying, I don't know if that translates to the 48th and 72nd Hobby Boss kits. I've not seen them, but hopefully not. Hopefully that did get corrected and the seat got moved forward, or the pedals got whichever way it was supposed to go.
Whichever way it needed to go, yeah.
Would you see it anyway inside?
No, you won't see it at all. But it was just funny when you saw it. It was
They've done that though. Didn't think you do that. You
need olive oil to be piloted.
Trumpeter did it with their P40s in 32nd, didn't they? Where the seat's too low or something.
Yeah.
There's a real thingy in the cockpit, as in the seat arrangement to the actual pedals. Again, you'd be sitting on the cockpit floor, literally, or something.
Yeah, you'd be sitting like an F1 car. Your feet would be higher than your bum.
Yeah, you'd never see it out the windows.
Okay, Chris says, any update on the Ukrainian flanker from Great Wall Hobbies? Is it still going ahead?
Apparently, as far as I know, I've not had a cancellation, so yeah.
No, absolutely. Michael says, aloha. What are your expectations for the upcoming Trumpeter 132nd F-35C kit?
Expensive.
Oh, hello. Whose phone's that?
Mine.
I've got an earpiece in and that went right through me. It's at that pitch. It's like...
It was on camera.
Right, okay, so expectations for this kit. I should think it will be typical Trumpeter. It is big. I think you have to remember the F-35C is a lot bigger than the F-35A. In some ways it would have been nice if it was the B, because then obviously you could use it like the British version and a lot of other countries and have the VTOL capability. So yeah, I think in some ways, I don't know. I think I would have preferred a B. Hopefully with Trumpeter, it'll be one of those ones. It'll go together. It won't be overcomplicated, and it's going to be big lump. Let's face it. We've got the A version, which was done by Italy.
Yeah.
From a couple of years ago now. You don't see many of those built, to be honest. I don't think I've actually seen one in person. But we've done the review of it and all the rest of it, and it is what it is. But it is quite a lump. But don't forget, the seat is a lot bigger. I'm hoping it will have the standard type of trumpeter things where it's not that exciting, let's face it, being a newer aircraft, but hopefully we'll get a fully detailed engine that may be removable from the rear. That would be a nice touch. The cockpit, let's face it, there's nothing in it. It has about 4 switches and a 27-inch monitor in there in real life. There's not even a HUD. So, you know, there's not going to be much going on in there. So you would sort of hope that maybe they're going to have a few access panels. But my problem is that where they got the information from it. Because certain access panels never get opened on that aircraft in public for various reasons, or the obvious reasons. So, you know, because obviously it's all still classified. So, interesting, but we will see. I think it may be just one of those bigger lumps. But if you're into your new stuff, you'll have it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're into your new stuff, it's on for you, isn't it? But
definitely. Right, Gareth says, g'day chaps, loving the videos, very inspiring, or expensive, as my wife keeps reminding me. Currently he's working on the ICM Bronco in the US Air Force colours of off-white and white grey. What would be the best, I think he means FM colour, wash to use? Because he's heard me say on the latest F-15E video how dark dirt could stain the intakes, which is true. So that's why I brush it on. But, you know, you probably can't really see it there. But the thing is, I don't want to be in there fishing out wash from inside the intakes, although you could do with a cotton bud and all the rest of it. If it goes deep down in the intake, it's just a pain to get out. But honestly, I would just use dark dirt. If you look at when I did the Vulcan, that's white underneath, anti-flash white, and I just used dark dirt onto it. If you want to lighten it up, like Matt's going to point out shortly, you could use grime, which is his new favourite colour for everything.
But not on its own.
But not on his own. Mix it with a bit of sand, didn't it?
Do you know what? Actually, I mixed it with brown. Actually, I think.
Right.
I had a custom mix for doing something or other, and it was sand, brown, grime, and a bit of light.
Was it the floor of your floor of the Lancaster?
Yeah, it could have been the floor of my Lancaster. I've used it on some armour as well, to be honest.
Yes.
I can't remember what I was using it on my armour, which one it was, but yeah, on the floor of the Lancaster to do it, it was a mixture of what I've just said, and then you just put a bit in my little palette, my little, you know, aluminium, and then just mix it to what you want. So yeah.
Absolutely. So don't forget, as we said before, with all the washes, if it's not working to your like, it's too dark or it's too light, don't worry about getting it off, just overcoat it. Make up a new version, you know, and just slap it straight over the top, and it will just cover the original, and away you go.
Can I just point out that the bottle tops are an optional extra, not the ones that come with?
Doesn't come with that one. These come as an optional extra, which currently on sale. I've got a few. I had another 5,000 turn up yesterday. I'm literally this floor under here is going to be bulging up soon because there's that many under here. It's
I think we're out of stock of them. So
would you like a few thousand? I can send you up 25,000 if you need them.
Do you know what? We are out, and I keep forgetting we're out of them. Do you know when I said to you I need some more dark dirt?
Right. You need bottles as well.
I was just looking this morning. I noticed we're out of stock of them.
Yeah, we've been out for ages, and I keep forgetting that we're out. So yes, we could do with some at some point.
Okay, no problem. I'll get a load up to you.
Bring 1 billion up.
I'll bring 1 billion up. That's fine. We can do that. Right. Okay. So Graham said, "Hi, gentlemen. With your decision to no longer carry certain brands in the store, I assume that will be no longer doing any reviews of these brands of the new products. Thank you," from Graham. No, because obviously we're still doing the pre-orders for all kits. It's just we're not keeping a warehouse full of stock anymore. That's literally how it's working. We are on certain lines, obviously we're keeping, but other lines we're sort of getting rid of. But when we do pre-orders for them, when there's a new release and things like that, obviously I'll do a review of it when it comes along. At the moment, they're just so few and far between. But, you know, as I say, normally I get mine now at a PM, but obviously if PM's not getting them in, I'll just buy them in as we normally do. And we'll do a review on it. We might even get sent one occasionally by a company.
Ooh, steady on.
I've got 2 out of them now. You know who you are, just saying. So yes, but obviously reviews and stuff like that, that's somewhat separate to what PM does anyway. That's more on my side of things. And normally Matt puts me a goodie box together and send me down the load as and when. So, but at the moment, there's just nothing around, is it? It's just really, really quiet. And a lot of stuff that is released is a re-release. So it's a bit like the Hellcat. Well, I've built it. There's even a video build for it. So there's not a lot of point doing a review because it's just a new boxing with decals. So the kit itself is still the same.
And if it is a review of something that we've done a pre-order on, we've got ways we can, it's all that. So you've seen in the special section what sell Phil's review samples in there anyway. So yeah, we've got sections for them. We'll get rid of them.
But yeah, no, still be doing the reviews. And as I said, we're currently working through our vintage review section. So next up for that will be the B25H by Monogram. So a very old kit as well. So we'll be going through, we're going to be working through our new vintage section because it's so quiet for new releases. So that's the plan with that one.
Yeah, we had to go back in time. It's that
we're going back to the 80s to be able to review stuff. I've been reviewing kits since the late 90s, so I have to go pre that. That's how this is working now, to find stuff to review. Anyway, Peter says, hi team, I've heard a rumour that Zucamori are going to release an FW190. Do you know if this is true?
Yes,
yeah.
True.
Yes, it's been around a long time, hasn't it? This is an FW190A, but we were saying I wouldn't be surprised if a D comes along as well.
I think the D was mentioned. I do think the D is on the cards as well, but it's definitely starting with the A's anyway. So that'll be full on.
I think they originally hinted at the 109 and the 190 both at the same time. Because they're pictures of the props and bits and bobs of aircraft. That those are quite a long time ago, I think. First year of COVID, I think. They posted them up. So yeah, everyone's known about it. But also the latest Suzuka show, they were all both there. So yeah, definitely. But since we haven't had the 190 yet come out, sorry, the 109 come out yet. It's probably a next year release.
Yes,
I would say so. Yeah, definitely not going to be this year, I don't think.
No, definitely. Last up, obviously, we've still got our 25% mega sale going on at the moment. Obviously, new stuff's getting added to this all the time still as we go through. So we've got some other bits and pieces down in here as well, as you can see. And obviously, as it ends, it goes out of stock. That will be it. So if you do want to get 25% off any of these kits, you can see scrolling past you right now, you can do that.
Yep.
Some very nice stuff in there too.
As you can see, I do what supermarkets do and move stuff around so people see it.
Is he putting them on the end of aisles and stuff? I'll be banning that soon.
It is, yeah.
Stuff gets down the bottom and no one ever sees it, so it's like trying to move it up a bit. So
it's virtually stock rotation to stop the boxes fading, but in a digital format. But yeah, so obviously this is our 25% off clearance area. So again, these are all brand new, unopened, undamaged kits as well. So this is just normal stock that we're actually thinning out the herd a little bit. So again, we've got some great items down in there, as you can see. And again, that sort of gets added to. And as things obviously sell out, then obviously they're removed from there as well. So sort of grab them whilst you see them is basically the option for that one.
Yep.
So yes, very good. Last up, don't forget the Flory Bottles mouse mats are available to members. Shapeless plug in black, so now you don't get the grimy marks where your wrist goes all the time. So I've cured that little problem. Also, they work really well as photo etch bending pads. Just saying.
Oh yeah, you need to demo that.
Shameless plug. I have done in many of my videos, but I do it on a black one now, just to prove the point.
You do some big ones, 1200 by 300.
In theory, I think they can do any size you like. So, what, you want a giant one, like A2 size?
Well, big, sort of like 300 depth.
Yeah.
But then sort of like quite a.
Yeah, because I could do that as a backdrop for videos instead of and put my cutting mat on it.
Well, yeah, you could.
Can you get a Flory cutting mat, please?
Well, I did look into those, and those get a bit expensive.
I don't mean to sell to the public. I meant for us.
Oh right, okay.
As a kind of a backdrop for the filming.
Still lack of thinners on them.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you imagine with me? It would cost me a fortune if I did those. I bought this one; they were only £9 off of Amazon the other day. So I didn't. Because I have got. Because everyone says to me, it's one of those things. I get a thing. They say, "Hi Phil, love your videos. It's great." But one thing that's really annoying: the patch on your mat when your camera's onto it is distracting. Can you do it? So I have got under here, look, which I've been doing for the reviews, a brand new one. Which is like, right, so for continuity I've been leaving it as it is for the moment, but we will be into a new one soon. But we'll look.
I need to change mine out. I think it looks a bit grubby now. Because if I flick it back over, because I use them ones, don't I? I did main ones. So I've been flicked to the grey one. But this one's all right, but the one I've been using at home for filming is looking a bit grubby, so I think I might have to take a new clean one home.
Yes.
As you say, it is annoying.
I think when I've finished a build, I'll change mine over.
Yes. It'll ruin all my lines because I know where the camera is on this one. You know I can go right up to the smudgy bit of super glue, and I can go straight over to the bold bit over here, because this one I've got a patch there that's missing, I've got a patch over here, and I know this bit's the middle, so I'm good. Cool. Anyway, is that it then, gentlemen? Are we done for today?
We have, yes.
We have, yeah.
We have indeed. So again, lots of new deliveries coming in this week. So we got the third gens, which you're really excited about. They should be in, to be honest, end of this week, but they will be up for next week. We've got other stock coming in. As I say, we've got those specials, we've got those damage boxes and things like that. So please keep an eye on the site as we go through. And you know what it's like. New stuff pops in. We didn't even know it's due in or coming in, and it racks up as well. So keep an eye out on there to be up to date with everything. Cool, very good. Don't forget, we are live tomorrow night as well, so we'll be on with you at 7:30 for the members for the actual live show as well. So if you want to join in with the fun and antics that we all get to on that particular show. Do you have a theme for tomorrow night?
No. But we will have.
We will have. Nathan will think of something.
Yeah.
We did discuss actually something the other night, but I can't remember what we're talking about.
No.
No.
Okay, no, that'll be us. So anyway, you know what it's like. Join in with all the fun and games. You can be on the live chat with us and talk about and discuss anything you want to during the show. Right, okay then, guys, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for watching. Happy modelling. Take care. We'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.